It's a sunny Saturday afternoon in Santa Cruz, the de facto home for Stanford hoops. Yesterday, the top-ranked women's team defeated Oregon, and now today, the men's team takes on a Washington State side looking for a road sweep. It's Pac-12 Network's men's basketball presented by Redbox, and the fun starts now. Hey folks, welcome inside Kaiser Permanente Arena. Kevin Down alongside former Stanford All-American Casey Jacobsen. And Casey, this is going to be a fun one between two teams who are looking to get back to the NCAA tournament.
And Stanford is hot. They've won their last 8 against the Cougars, but this is a young Washington State team that is the most improved team in the entire conference, and Stanford is without 2 of their starting backcourt guys, so I expect this to be a tight matchup today.
Well, Casey, one guy Stanford does have is Zaire Williams, who had a triple-double in their win over Washington, 12, 12, and 10. It was impressive. 1-point Cardinal lead midway through the second half. Zaire Williams, one more time. How about we take a look at it?
Well, I can watch this all day long if you give me an opportunity. And watch him pat his head, that means I dunked on your head. That's what that means, on your head. And that certainly was on Tony Miller's head. Oof.
Wow.
So Stanford, that dunk plus the Oscar da Silva dunk last week was probably the 2 best dunks I've seen in the Pac-12. The other nominee I would put in was LJ Figueroa for Oregon. That was against Stanford. Missed a 3-point shot, followed his own rebound and dunked it two-handed. And then from that point on, Oregon went on to end up beating Stanford by double digits. So those are the 3 best dunks I've seen in the Pac-12 this year.
Yeah, the LJ Figueroa dunk, you just don't see dunks like that.
No. Following your own 3-point miss with a 2-point dunk, I mean, I can't even do that on a Nerf hoop.
And that, yeah, kind of turned the tides in that game. That was a really close game. It was a 4-point game in the final 6 or 7 minutes. Stanford had the lead for a good chunk of the first part of the second half, and Oregon ended up blowing that one open, won by 17. So Zaire Williams with that free throw gives him 13 points.
I've seen Zaire for the last couple years. He played at Sierra Canyon High School in Southern California, where I live, down near LA. He was teammates with B.J. Boston, who's now a starting freshman for John Calipari's Kentucky Wildcats. He's also a teammate, of course, with Bronny James, who was a freshman last year. Word just came out this week, Kevin, that Southern California, the CIF, is canceling the high school season. So no basketball this year for Bronny James and Sierra Canyon Trailblazers, unfortunately.
Another COVID casualty. The CIF basketball season not happening this year. Foul on Stanford. It's going to be on O'Connell, his second.
You know, O'Connell's been just okay today, 7 points, but only 1 rebound and 1 assist. He's an all-around talent that hasn't really shown what he can do today. We'll credit Washington State defensively for not allowing him in the lane.
Bonton almost got his 5th assist there. Good drop off to Miller, who was fouled. So Tony Miller came into this game 4 of 10 from the stripe. He is 4 for 4 from the line today.
Well, I imagine that after that game you mentioned, they missed 18 free throws against Arizona. You have to imagine that since that game, they have been laser focused on free throw shooting, preparing mentally. It's as much a mental exercise as it is a physical exercise.
Yeah, well, Jim Shaw, an assistant coach, is their free throw guru, if you will, and really had them going in practice this week. And it showed in their game against Cal that they shot 78% from the line. 2-point game now. Da Silva on the floor, they say.
Just makes sense that you would lean on your best player, senior Oscar da Silva, has been here before. And Oscar's had a good game, but it's now time. We're 10 minutes to go, and if Stanford wants to create some separation here, he's got to be the leader.
Blocked inside by Deshaun Jackson, the freshman, sending him back. Tie up, possession arrow to the Cougars.
That's what Deshaun Jackson is in there for. He's a 6'10 freshman, number 21, and he's a much better defensive player at this current time in his career than he is an offensive player. He's also an excellent rebounder. He's started the last 3 games, including tonight, and in the previous 2, he was 6 for 10 from the field, but he's got a simple offensive game right now, mostly putbacks on offense and dunks around the rim.
Certainly been playing better as of late, playing well as a starter. The highest rated center recruit in program history, Deshaun Jackson. Another tie-up. How about Spencer Jones?
Not sure what Washington State was doing on this offensive possession. You can't see it, but Bonton is in the corner, isolated, nowhere to be found. And Spencer Jones and Kasunas just trap. I think you want the ball in the hands of your best playmaker down the stretch here. Expect number 10 to be handling it a lot more.
Da Silva backing down the freshman Jackson. Finishes over him, Oscar Da Silva.
You can see it in his eyes. Like, Oscar is a really unselfish player, but he knows that it's crunch time. And that's he wasn't passing that ball, I can guarantee. He was shooting that.
Bonton drawing a crowd. Here's Rosario playing in just his 2nd collegiate game. Jackson doubled, throws it away. O'Connell with Bonton to beat. Bonton rips it out of his hands. Nicely done by Isaac Bonton.
Not only getting his hands in there, not fouling, but like he ripped this ball away. Look at him. That's 2 hands on the basketball. And that's a play that Michael O'Connell loves. In the open floor, he loves the Euro step. He loves to finish at the rim, and he's been doing that the last couple of games against Oregon State and Washington, but Bonton said, nuh-uh.
Da Silva. Dallaire for 3. That's off target. 9 minutes to go. 4-point game between a couple of teams in the top half of the conference standings early on here in the Pac-12 season. Abagidi cuts it to 1, his 2nd 3 of the game.
That was a nicely designed play in the spacing, Kevin, because they had Yakimovsky on the other side, which means you can't help off of him. So that was an easy pick and pop opportunity for Efe.
And Abagidi now 10 to 22 from beyond the arc this year. That's 45%. Saved in, Jones. And how about TJ Bamba hustling in there? It's gonna be a foul, but almost got the tie-up. It will go on Bamba, however.
Not sure I saw the foul there. That was an excellent hustle. So Bamba has struggled with a couple of layups at the other end, but defensively, he's all over the floor. Watch number 5 come in here. And there's a little bit of contact, but he got a lot of ball there.
I think he'll let that go.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could see that call going either way. It's a bang-bang play, but there was a lot of ball on that possession. This young man, he gives it up on the defensive end for sure.
Bamba from the Bronx, went to high school at Abraham Lincoln High School in Denver, same high school that produced Jorge Gutierrez.
Sure, Cal great.
Almost another turnover. Bodies all over the deck. They go to Da Silva, to the hoop, too strong. Washington State a chance to go in front here.
They want to go back to the well here. Efe on the ball screen, they can switch this. Stanford can defensively.
For the lead, Efe Abagidi puts the Cougs in front.
You have to switch that. If you're Stanford, you got to make that adjustment because Efe is hot, and Bonton, you can't keep him in front without switching it right now.
First lead of the game for Washington State. Da Silva gives the Card the lead right back.
2 of the stars of this conference. One is well known, he's old, Oscar Da Silva. One is a rising freshman who gets better every single game. That's Efe, number 0. This is awesome.
Bonton lobs it inside. Abagidi lost it going up.
Plenty of time here. Don't need a rush if you're Washington State.
7 to shoot. Bonton can't run it home. Rebound goes to Spencer Jones. whistle brings us to a timeout. They posting up to Silva. Gets his own miss and puts it home.
Yeah, that was a call to get, they call that a duck in. That's a quick post up off the weak side. Perfectly executed. He misses the front, or the first attempt, but gets the second.
Abagidi, all 9 of his points coming in the second half. Miller blows by the defense. They're going to say on the floor.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about that. Tough call there.
Yeah. That'll take us to the timeout. F.A. Abagidi with a 3 that momentarily put the Cougars in the lead, and then Oscar answering back for the Cardinal.